Hello, Yugi2. This is Tri-Fi here on a deck recipe for my Shaddoll artifacts. And the reason I'm not giving this to you in real life is I'm not currently done with this deck. I'm currently short on like 5 or 6 main cards. So anyways, let's get straight into it. 1 BLS because I run a fair amount of lights and it's too good not to run. If you can. 2 Shaddoll Beasts. Just because it's good because you get the draws and you get to dish the card for the flip effect. And I don't like it at 3 just for the fact that it's a dead draw at times. Like if you draw it into your hand, it's pretty much, yeah, it's not a good card to draw because you don't ever want to sack the monsters you have. 3 Moral Tech because it's too good and gets rid of problem cards, and it's a 2100 beat stick, and it's a light fodder. 3 Dragon because the back row hate, and it's one of the strongest Shaddolls, and it gets rid of the problem cards too. 2 Lizard because you can because it gets rid of those problem cards, and because first turn you want to draw off of Beast, you can go Mathematician into Lizard. And then you can send Beast and get a free draw. 1 Felice because you can make synchro plays more than just from Falco, and it's more light fodder. 3 Mathematician because it's too good in a deck that's based around sending shit to the graveyard, and you get the plus off when it's destroyed by battle. And it's not as weak as Card Trooper either. It has reasonable attack. 2 Shaddoll Hedgehogs because you get to those to your fusions quicker, and you get to add stuff. The reason I'm not running this as 3 is because you already run 3 fusions. You do not want to run. Well, you can, but it's a dead draw at times because you already have basically 5 fusions if you can get this card off. 3 Falco because it's too good to bring back your cards from the graveyard. And it's also the tuner. And the reason I'm running this at 3 is just for the fact that late game it really helps you out. 1 Allure Darkness as we move on to the spells. It's because draw power, it's mostly dark. And plus I guess it wouldn't really work out that way, but if you don't draw any darks you can send the whole hand, but there's always hands. There's always darks. 3 your main card Shaddoll Fusion. If you don't run this at 3, you're a moron. 1 Soul Charge because it's Soul Charge and it's too good not to run it. I don't like running more than one of these just for the fact that it gives your opponent too much of an advantage if you don't get your combos off. 1 Foolish Barrel to start off your combos because you can send Shaddoll stuff and get their effects off. Let's move on to the traps. 3 Sanctuary because you run 3 Moral Tech and it's just too good not to. 2 Trap Stuns for the mirror matches and decks that run heavy traps. And 3 the most expensive card in the deck, the Shaddoll Games. It's really good just because for the fact that you get a Shaddoll fusion, you get to send a Shaddoll card, and you get to flip a face down Shaddoll monsters as much as you want, and it's too good because you get their effects off as soon as you set them, and then you just get them from the deck and send them. So yeah. 2 Breakthrough Skills because they're more versatile than Effect Baither, and you want effect negation in this format just to get to stop opponent's plays. 1 Compulse because it's Compulse. 2 Vanity's Emptiness because I don't like it at 3, and it's just too much of a potent card, and it can hurt you at times if you don't have it. I mean, if you need it and you can't get rid of it. 1 Solemn Warning because it's warning. And let's move on to the extra deck. You have 3 Construct because it's the the more attack of the two, and it's a Contaster. And it's a light fodder. I guess you could put it light fodder, but yeah. 2 Winda because it stops some spam heavy decks. And the reason I'm running this is 2 and not at 3s because you're going to be going into Construct more than you're going to be going into Winda. It's simple fact. Plus it combos really well with Super Poly because yeah. A lot of decks run Light and Darks. Super Poly. It's too good. I'm not main decking it just because I don't have any Super Polys. Yeah. And I really couldn't fit any space into it because I think this is a solid build as it is. Let's move on to the Synchros. 1 Leo because it's a bitch to get over. And most decks nowadays cannot get over 3100. They have to destroy it by a card effect because I don't know which deck right now can get over 3100 attack wise without like lancing it or something, just like normal attack. Let's move on to the next one, the level 7s. 1 Michael because I wanted options, and you get the mill cards because you get the mill top 3 and get their effects. It's not that good, but it's still a decent card to have. I couldn't think of any other level 7s. 1 Black Rose because it's Black Rose. You can go into it and it kills your opponent's field when you need it the most. 1 Arcanine Magician. Yeah. 1 Gyro Guardian because it's back and it's too good not to run it. You can take your opponent's monsters and shit. 1 Armides because it's good. Let's move on to the Exceed monsters. For the rank 5, I play 1 Pallades because you can go into it with Moral Tech. 1 Volcasaurus because it's good. And that's all I really gotta say. And there's not really too many rank 5s. I guess you can go for Tyrius and the other one. I can't remember the name at the time. But this is better out of the 3. 1 Castell because in this format, especially against the mirror matches, I think this is a better card because you go into mirror matches, especially in mirror matches, this is really good because when Arc's destroyed, this is sent to the grave. It gets his effect. Your opponent gets their fusion back, and they have light fodder in grave. So it's better to bounce it than destroy it. Send it to the grave. 1 Exton because it's basically the same thing as Black Rose, but easier to pull out, and it gets rid of your opponent's field advantage. Well, that's it. Thank you for viewing. Comment, like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And if you guys already seen this in action, then like this video, I guess. Yeah. Alright, thank you for viewing.